Because did you get to watch that switch too from like full war, where I guarantee they were like, here, do whatever you want, and you're like,
the longer you're in a situation, just it's like the frog in the boiling water, right? It's like the ROEs change just a little bit, and they creep up on you. And next thing you know, you can't do shit unless you're calling up, hey, can I shoot this guy that shot at me? Yeah. And then the bad guys, they learn this stuff. They take a couple shots, they'll drop their gun, and they're standing in a field. You can't shoot them.
And we talked about I always say when we went into the last AOE, it was a Moqtadia, and they're like, hey, if they're suspicious, shoot them. We're like, oh, this is a real bad area. I was like, we've never had this ROE before. I was like, that is a crazy statement.
They look suspicious, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that's a crazy statement for us. Okay, well, here we go. But then it was like anyone with a cell phone or anything, it's just bad dude, fucking bad dude, no matter what.
Yeah, well, when we did the Jessica Lynch raid,
you were on that too?
Yeah.
Terry was on that too.
Yeah. Is that how you met New Guy?
No, he'd been around for a little while, but this was 2003. So yeah, he'd been around for a few years. But what they did is they basically changed the ROEs for An Nazariya. So all these guys that were running around thinking that they're good to go, all of a sudden the snipers along the river just were smoking military age males like it was first day of hunting season, because these guys had no idea. Like, oh yeah, I'm too far away, I can't. And then,
just dirt napping everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, I know one guy got 30.
Really?
Oh yeah.
No shit.
It's like they didn't get on the phone and talk to each other and going, oh man, yeah, keep your head down. No, smoking them. So that caused they had a little fight there at the bridge, and so when we went in, we coordinated the assault that the Marines were doing on the bridge with our takedown of the hospital, and we found that there was like 300 of the Saddam Fedayeen jackasses that were using the basement of that hospital as their that's where they planned everything. They knew it wouldn't get bombed because it's a hospital, so they were in the basement doing all that shit. And they went to go fight the Marines at the bridge, and we came in. No one was home, and went. We landed, did a little run around. I mean, we had some intel on the place, and we found her in 6 minutes, and we're flying. She was flying away in 16.
I have a friend that has a Fedayeen helmet. It's one of the funniest fucking things to me on the planet. Do you know about the Fedayeen helmet?
No.
If you look at a Iraqi Fedayeen helmet.
Wait, is that under the sabers?
No, it was his special forces.
Those are Iranian helmets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that was like his special forces or whatever. The Iranian Fedayeen helmet looks shockingly like Darth Vader's helmet. And it's because it was modeled after Darth Vader's helmet, because they were a huge fan of Star Wars. I'm dead ass serious. Look up a Fedayeen helmet. It looks like Darth Vader's fucking dome piece, and it's because of Darth Vader.
They're just like, that's dope. Yep, let's run that one.
Let's do that.
Cool. Pretty cool.
So I wish our military was like, that's dope ass armor. Let's roll that. That will scare the fuck out of people. Yeah.
The funny part is I identify with the bad guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What'd he do? He nuked the whole planet? Fuck it. Let's model after his helmet for sure. Nobody will have sympathy for me when I die. 100%. You know.
How did he get one?
Huh?
How did he get one?
Redacted. Don't worry about it.
I remember the saber ones. We got to go there once. I was like, oh, what are the fucking all these helmets right here? And then they explained, they're like, oh, it's Iranian. Yeah, I was like, oh, I had no fucking clue on that.
There was supposedly a million Iranian helmets there, all baked into the monument.
The two fucking weird sabers.
Yeah, they were both Saddam's hand, apparently, or I don't know.
Here you go, Eli.
What? Holy shit! That is
straight up Darth Vader's fucking helmet.
Yep.
What? It was modeled.
I'm gonna go.
The Iraqi Fedayeen helmet was modeled after Darth Vader's helmet.
That is 100% what that is. Also, I'm sorry, I went to use the restroom. How did we get on this?
He was there.
Well, that tracks.
We were just talking about Iraq and
according to this Saddam Hussein was a huge Star Wars fan and wanted his special forces to look like Darth Vader.
It's crazy. Hitler was the same, which is why he wanted all of his officers to look just like the Imperial elite, admirals and such.
Well, and so I wasn't on this, but our guys hit either Uday or Kusei's house, and he had a big video collection, right? And he had this one shelf that was like favorites, and one of his favorite movie was Navy SEALs, baby, with Charlie Sheen.
Really?
I got a picture of Rosie holding it up going,
Navy SEALs with Charlie Sheen?
yeah.
Jesus Christ. I was hoping you were going to say Hot Shots Part 2. War. It's fantastic.
So we talked about this earlier, but during CPAC, Jake McNasty, the guy that had the mohawk during D-Day.
Yeah, I've seen your.
So at the end of his career, they raided Hermann Göring's fucking castle, and Hermann Göring apparently was really into like equestrian horse racing. So whenever they would raid a country, like all the top breeding racehorses got brought to his castle. So when they raided it, the 101st Airborne had all these elite level breeding racehorses there, and the 101st Airborne is like, fuck it, let's have a rodeo. I don't think I said it in the video because I was fairly new to long form content, but they ended up like running some of the horses to death, unfortunately. But they were just dicking around having a rodeo with these elite level racehorses.
The survivors went on to become owned by Glock.
Pretty much.
I say that as a joke. Elite level German racehorses. Lineage-wise,
European in general at that point.
Well, fair. Plenty were probably originally French.
So they stole all these racehorses and they were just basically dicking off in the 101st Airborne Division, having a rodeo for the townsfolk. And then Jake McNasty ends up fucking the daughter of the guy that led the German youth in that area. So basically just fucked, the closest thing you could find to a Nazi princess.
Yeah, I mean, the Hitler Youth?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It was like the leader's daughter is who Jake McNasty was hooking up with while he was racing or having a rodeo with equestrian racehorses.
I'm sure there wasn't any alcohol
That is the definition
involved.
of...
Zero. None.
Flag over a conquered castle. Come on.